Good day, attorney. This is Romel Buelban Pipito, and I was asked to distinguish general characteristics of criminal law. But before we proceed to actual characterization, let's know first what is criminal law. Criminal law is a branch of substantive law that defines crimes, threat of their nature, and provide punishments. So it means all criminal activities you made constitute a punishment that relies on the weight of your crime. So actually, we do have three characteristics. Okay, first is the generality, the territoriality, and the prospectivity. So let's proceed to what does it mean when it says generality. As usual, by mere looking at the root word general, it means that criminal law is applicable or enforceable to everyone. This is cited in the New Civil Code of the Philippines. Article 14 provides penal laws and those of public security and safety shall be obligatory upon all who live or sojourn in the Philippine territory, subject to the principles of public international law and to treaty stipulations. Now, in accordance with public international law, it realizes now the quantum of exceptions. First to that is the head of state, the ambassadors, the ministers, the charge d'affaires, and the attaché. They are exempted in this case. Question: is it consuls enjoys the same immunity? The answer is no. They can claim such privilege that diplomats enjoy. One of the best example of it is that, okay, let's try to put it in this way. When the Saudi Arabian ambassador came here in the Philippines and killed a Filipino, is he liable? The answer to that is no. Why is this so? Because of public international law. But if the Philippine ambassador go to Saudi Arabia and killed an Arabian, question, is it the Philippine ambassador is liable? The answer to that is yes. But let's put in a different scenario. If a Philippine ambassador committed a criminal offense in Saudi Arabia in line to his function, is he liable? The answer to that is no. Because according to jurisprudence, ambassadors of our country may exempt from criminal liabilities if his activities are under to his function. Now, let's move here to the treaty stipulation. So, one of the best examples in treaty stipulation is the Visiting Forces Agreement. So, if a foreigner committed a crime here in the Philippines and the laws, no, the certain laws that is needed is not applicable in the Philippines and it is applicable in the US, then the US has an exclusive jurisdiction. But if the certain laws is applicable in the Philippines and it is not applicable in US, then Philippines has an exclusive jurisdiction to it. Okay? But always remember, no matter what, Philippines has the primary jurisdiction if the case truly happens inside our territory. Okay? So let's move on to the second character, which is the territoriality. So penal laws of the Philippines are enforceable only within its territory. So it means it includes maritime, interior waters, and atmosphere. So first example of that is the bigamy. So what is bigamy? Meaning of the bigamy is that when you are married here in the Philippines and then you married again, no, without ending the contract, or for example, you are already annulled and then you married, that's not illegal. But then if you're not allowed and you're not how do you annulled and then you married again secretly, that is illegal. Now in this case, let's put it in this way. So if you're married here in the Philippines and you are married and you married at the second time in Switzerland, remember, you can't enforce the laws in the Philippines. So you cannot file or you cannot sue your husband there in Switzerland and bring our jurisdiction, okay, or our laws, okay, because they have different system of justice. But if the spouse back in the Philippines and live under one roof with the second wife, then that's the time. No, the other's spouse may file against or sue his partner because the activities of the husband, although they are married abroad, it was against the law of the land. Okay. So question: what are the instances that you can enforce the Philippine criminal law even the even the setting of the crime is beyond Philippine territory and dominion? Okay, remember, you can only extend the criminal law of the Philippines outside the Philippine territory if the crime happened in a Philippine ship or airship. But we must have to remember that the ship must be a duly registered in the country so that the doctrine of extraterritorial be realized. Okay? And the third one is the prospectivity. So what does it mean? So when we say prospectivity, it means that the law must be forward in manner, not backward or retroactive. Or simply, penal laws apply only to future acts or omissions committed or incurred after the effectivity of the law. And so far, I already discussed the three characteristics of criminal law. And I guess that's all. And thank you so much and have a nice day.